Late this morning, but I'm up here at the office. Sheila's on a little day off, so I'm here. Well, Henry Clark writes something in his Life is Not a Snapshot, which I think is a pretty interesting little devotional. It says, "How about you, gatekeeper?" Back in the ancient days of 1970, the craze was CB radios. These citizen band radios have been used for years by truckers and in other specific settings where people need a way to communicate over distances of a few miles or less. Somehow, these devices became popular and lots of folks had a CB in their vehicle. You can probably still remember everyone that had one because you'll remember that long whip-like antenna mounted on the bumper. I was one of those CB radio owners. I have saved my money to buy a radio, antenna, mounts, and etc. And if I remember correctly, I had a couple of $100 invested before it was all said and done. Most of the money I had raised by making fudge and brownies each night at home and selling them by the piece the next day in my grocery store. Ah, those were the days. You could not have a CB radio without a handle. This was your radio name. It was how people called you over the airwaves that were jammed with talkers. It needed to be as unique as possible so that you could stand out in the radio crowd. I chose Storekeeper as my handle. All the years I used a CB radio, I only ran across one other guy using Storekeeper as his handle. Keeping a store is what I did, and it gave me a uniqueness. There are some men in the Bible who had the unique position of gatekeeper. They were so unique that some of their names are listed and their genealogies recorded according to 1 Chronicles 9:17 through 22. And the gatekeepers of Shalom, Akwa, Talmud, Ahaman, and their brethren, Shalma was the chief until they had been gatekeepers for the camp of the children of Levi at the king's gate on the east. Shalma, the son of Kor, the son of Abash, the son of Koran, and his brethren were from his father's house. The Koranites were in charge of the work and the service gatekeepers of the tabernacle. Their fathers had been keepers of the entrance of the camp of the Lord. All those chosen as gatekeepers were 212. They recorded by their genealogy in the village. David and Samuel the seer had appointed them to their trusted office. Gatekeepers held a solemn and trusted position, so much so that they had been appointed by none other than the prophet Samuel and the King David. They guarded the tabernacle, its treasures, and the people as they watched by day and night. God has appointed us as believers to be gatekeepers. We are to stand guard for our families, our congregation, the truth, and other treasures in the realm of our existence. This is a solemn duty. What is your handle in the kingdom citizenry? Why not try gatekeeper? I think it fits the Christian identity well. As I say on the radio, breaker, breaker. How about you, gatekeeper? You got your ears on? How about you, gatekeeper? Are you doing your job? God bless you. Have a great day today.